buildings, all this light and heat. Time to take a stand, boys, time to make a choice. Time to find our courage, time to be deployed. Make our only stand here, make our roads complete. All we waited for now, past the future meet. Get your weapons ready, kiss the ones goodbye. Now our time is coming, and it is not the time to cry. Settle wrong from right. In the time of conflict, when the bullets fly, in the space of seconds, a life you cannot buy. Face the facts before you, face the simple truth. We're hopelessly outnumbered, it's tragic but it's true. Make your last formation, take the final road. Now it's time for endings, now it's time to go.
What's up, Siren Hype? I need to use Siren Hype sometime. Hello, everybody. How is life, the universe, and everyone for everybody? Hello, Kathleen. Welcome, Lego. Yeah, that'd be pretty amazing. Hey, Mano, what's up, man? Hello, Willis. Welcome, sir. Hi, Law. Nice opening, Law. Hello, Duty. How are you? Greetings, Mr. Call, 5. I know it's not actually 5, but an S, but you know. What's up, Burner? Hello, Guilt. Yeah, so Guilt, we have to talk about this whole theme song thing. How the theme song is usually the same thing, you know, and then people get used to it, and it's like, oh, it's a theme. So when I hear this song, I know that the show is on. That's a theme song. Last 3 times, you're like, why don't you try another song? I'm like, my sense is that we're set, you know. I'm good, I think, with this song for a while, although I will occasionally throw in other ones, like Batman. That's true. Guilt. Wow, dude, you have just not let up. Theme songs are usually good. Man, you are rough, dude. Wow. That is not the only time you've said why not a new song. You made very clear you don't like the song. I get it. I understand. You have my permission to come in after the song is over. It only lasts 4 minutes, and then you can listen to the rest of the cast. Most people do like the song, Guilt, so I think I'm going to stick with it. Let's see. So, Mass Effect is trilogy. Yeah, but I am actually looking forward to the new Mass Effect when it comes out, man, because they're going to make it a brand new thing. It'll just be in the universe, which is fine. So, yes, Gil, I understand. Oh, man. And if only I could use It's a Dead giveaway. Nice. Nice law. That's good. That's quality. That is quality stuff. So good to see everybody this evening. Yeah, the mystery guest with the Latin name is not here yet, but he will be arriving fairly shortly. I would say within the next, probably 10, 15 minutes or so. So then you will see who the mystery guest is. The mystery guest with a Latin name. So we'll see who that is. Hi, Mole. How are you? So, yeah. So good stuff tonight. This was a late cast, as I had mentioned to everybody before on Tuesday. This was going to be a late cast, starting later than normal, because I had stuff going on, including an interview, which I just got done with, actually, of a guy who runs the Sword and Laser podcast. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that, but they're having a very successful Kickstarter right now. They just hit $40,000, and they're 15 days into the Kickstarters. They have 15 days left, and they already hit 40,000. Which is pretty nuts. So anyway, so we interviewed them, it was cool to get a chance to interview him, and then I had to talk some writing shop with my partner on Speculate, the podcast that I run, Brad. So I was doing stuff like that. So I knew it was going to be that case. So that was what was going on with that. And as far as sounding different, I don't know. I mean, I actually am coming down with something, I think, but I don't think I should sound much different. But maybe I do. It's possible. I have been coughing a little bit today, but hopefully I'll be able to survive. I have a bowl of, since we're starting at midnight, I already have my midnight snack, so I've got my bowl of granola up here. As far as I can tell, not for a while, Law. As far as I can tell, knock on wood. Oh, awesome. Here comes our guest. Here we go. Here comes our guest. Hello, mystery guest with a Latin name.
Hello, hello, sir. How are you doing?
You're live, by the way, just so you know.
Yay!
So this is our mystery guest, everyone. Can you guess who it is?
Can you guess?
Bird is like, oh, Inam. They were all like, man, I was like Julius Caesar.
Exactly.
Yeah, Inam is yeah, special guest is this guy. So yeah, Inam is going to hang out, mostly because I was giant letdown. Oh, man. Mostly because I wanted to, while I'm playing through Batman, I did want to talk a little bit with Inam, because he just finished Bastion, and I managed to watch the end, and I'm very proud of you because you chose exactly the endings that I chose.
I chose the correct ones.
You chose the correct ones. But it's funny, though, because when you first get to that ending, and by the way, anyone who has not won Bastion or played it and wants to play it is going to have to leave, because there's going to be spoiler talk about Bastion.
Yeah, get the hell out for like a few minutes.
Yeah. But that ending is initially, when you look at it and you see these things and you're like, okay, so I could restart everything or I could evacuate. There's a part of you that's like, isn't this selfish? But then I didn't hear your reasoning for it, and I want to hear it. But my reasoning on it was the world had already changed in a particular way that seemed. I mean, I felt like this timeline deserved its own attention, like, if that makes sense. Like, I felt what it really did it for me is whatever Zia said about, like, I've already lived my life, like everything I'd ever want to have happened after the calamity, not before it. And I felt like there was something fundamentally wrong about the way the whole world had been set up prior to it. And I don't see any reason to believe that it wouldn't just keep happening. Because he even said, he's like, I don't know why it's going to not happen this time. So since there'll be no memory of what happened and people won't have that to say, oh, I can't go back to it, to me, it made sense to evacuate. So I did the same thing. Plus, also grabbing the body of Zulf, I did too, and that way you got the badass song as part of it. So anyway, that was my reasoning, but I was curious.
Is that the only way I would have gotten that song?
I don't actually know, because I never tried the other one. But to me, it just sort of seemed, that part of that decision seemed obvious to me. But the other one, at least initially, was like, wait a minute. But then as I thought about it, I'm like, no, I really feel like this is the right thing to do. So anyway, yeah, duty, evacuation for sure. So yeah, what was your reasoning?
I intended to do this on my cast. I don't think I ever actually got around to actually explaining my thought process. Saving Zulf was easy. He made some mistakes, blah, blah, blah. Plus, I think the sequence that followed...
I mean,
he
also...
did. The sequence that followed that with you carrying him and being shot to Holy Hill,
amazing.
I think, I'm pretty sure you'd be going through an actual battle at that point had you not done that. That was that was awesome. And then seeing some of the Ura, like, you know, protecting you guys, some of the Ura firing on you, seeing the
yes, that was
I
subtle
that was
too,
so
wasn't it?
well
It wasn't
done.
that they all and the music was so good at that point. You're just like, oh wow.
Let's face it, the music in that entire game was just amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
agreed.
basically, it's like that from an indie company is like step it up, AAA. Come on.
Oh yeah, I would argue that's probably top 3 soundtracks ever for me. I would say I don't.
It is easily currently my favorite music in video games, and that's saying a lot because for years and years and years it was Final Fantasy VII. But I heard this is the first ever time that I've bought a soundtrack before I bought the game, and the soundtrack for that game made me want to play the game.
Yep.
I knew nothing about Bastion going in, just that it had some of my favorite music.
It's such a well integrated game. I think the game holds together so well. And I was thinking about it. I just don't think it does anything wrong. Like, I mean, you could make arguments that it's not your type of game, but I don't think. I didn't think there was nothing to me that was disingenuous about it. There was nothing that was like an obvious cash grab. There was like, I thought everything about it was so well done. The way that the elixirs you could choose, the upgrades, to the weapons, you know, you could choose to like add the shrines in or not add them in, you know, and then obviously the story itself is phenomenal. The narrator is amazing. The music, I just felt it was such a good combined piece, you know, that I don't know.
If I was someone that was rating games, I think that'd be one of my I think that'd be one of the very few 10 out of 10s I'd ever give something.
Yeah.
Because for what they were setting out to accomplish in that game, they hit it out of the park pretty much on every mark.
Yep.
The combat was a lot of fun. The enemy, the difficulty curve was just great. Especially, I don't know if you caught the last trip to Nowhere or whatever the hell it's called that I did, but the one with the Ura in it, and fuck, man.
yeah, for sure. And the other thing was that I liked about it was, you know, Journey, which I know you and I both like a lot. Journey was a great game, and I sort of put it as a piece in terms of both independent games. But honestly, like, Bastion was more obviously a game. You know, like, Journey, for as much as I love it, is more of an experience. But
yeah.
I felt like Bastion was both. I felt like Bastion really was definably a game, and was also amazing as its own story and experience. So I just really loved it.
I think for the people that really get invested in that argument of whether or not something is a game, I don't think they'd have a leg to stand on not calling that a game. But you know where I am as far as,
I agree, and I love
discussion.
Sure. But I'm saying, like, you couldn't even make that argument. Is my point with this? Like,
oh no,
it
certainly had gameplay. It was great, honestly. I've been sitting here since I finished that earlier today, and that was then I had to go play Ride to Hell. That was a head trip of a difference.
I don't know what the hell what is wrong with you. You finish a game like Bastion, like, and now this, like, you're like, what?
It's like I need an amazing palate cleanser or something.
Yeah, I guess like a palate destroyer.
So this is how good games can be. Let's
see how bad
eat
they
a
could
horse
be.
shit sandwich. Let's see. God. I made it an hour and 25 minutes in that game, and I'm like, I'm good.
Unbelievable.
I can't do it anymore. Not only that, but the worst part that Rick never even referenced is that while I was playing that, its audio is so crap that it will just static and pop and do weird things at points the entire time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's just an extra layer of bleh.
Extra layer of suck. Polar,
Pretty
what's
much.
up, man? Long time no see, man. How you been? Yeah, I watched some of Foom playing it, and I was kind of like, eh. I was like, I don't even understand how anyone, I don't know. But it was so great to get a chance to see someone else enjoying Bastion, and that end sequence is just so good. I just find like it was just really, really impressive. So, and I told you I really would love to get the narrator for it. I would love to get the narrator for it on our game. We've made discussion. Wait, that was a sniper rifle. What is that from? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just a glitch. Yeah. So I would love. So Satobo and I have been talking about. Wouldn't it be great if we could actually get the narrator to do one of the voices in our game that we're working on? So.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Slander bot. Dear God, everyone is coming out of the woodwork. What's up, Slander?
Oh, everyone.
How you been, man? So anyway, yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you liked it as much as I did. I loved Bastion. It was one of my top games of 2012.
It's easily one of the top games I played this year.
So.
Oh, yeah, Guilt, as far as the whole 10 out of 10 you have lower standards than me, not really, no. I just happen to really love this particular game. Whether or not you enjoyed it is an entirely different matter, but no, I there's very few games that I can't even think of another one that I'd give that designation to at the moment. But everything that game set out to do, it did, and it did brilliantly.
Oh, you son of a...
I know, I'm such an asshole for that opinion. Timing is amazing.
Wow, man. Sniper, you're gonna pay, bro. Oh god. You're not gonna pay. You're not gonna pay when you keep shooting me, though. You definitely won't pay there.
Currently, you're paying me with bullets, but man,
wow,
they're on you.
They really are.
You've not made friends.
Who is shooting me?
No one behind you.
I'm dead. I screwed that up badly. Oh my god, he fell through the earth. Batman just fell into the snow.
Was unsatisfying.
Hiding even in death.
Exactly. I'm like, I will hide my body in the snow. Oh man.
The combat was extremely lackluster.
Hey Marshall, what's up, Marshall?
Honestly, I got fluid with it. I don't know. That might be true if you stuck with the melee weapons. I don't know. But there's a point in the game whenever I got the dual pistols and then I got the carbine, and I said, well, these are my weapons. And did a whole lot of dodge rolls and shooting and stuff, and I had a grand old time. But I could definitely see the hammer got old for me pretty fast. The sword that they replaced it with wasn't that great. So I could see if you stuck with that end, probably it would feel pretty clunky by the time you got to the later enemies. But carbine dual pistols, man, so good, so good.
What? You shoot me through a brick wall? Screw off.
I like the little twirl he just did too. Trying to find you.
He like shot me through a wall.
Yeah.
Oh crap!
I'm not picking up Origins anytime soon. It's kind of fun to watch, but I'm gonna wait.
It's a little yeah. They fixed the bugs pretty fast, I have to say. But
they didn't fix all of them.
Right. And it's a polish issue with some of it. But I'll tell you what, I still maintain the sequence in the middle of this game there's about a 15-minute sequence I have highlighted on my channel, which is the best sequence I've ever played of any Batman game by a good way. It's extremely impressive. Let's see. So Marshall, you did your first playthrough of X-Men Destiny. Oh, cool, man.
Oh,
what's up, Kais? Hello, Kais.
I forgot to talk about the final choice in the Bastion.
Oh, yes. I do want to hear that. Just very quickly, I am just doing some side missions, Marshall, while I am chatting with Inam about Bastion, a game we both love, and he just finished today. And so we're chatting about that while I do a couple things, and also while I get the hell shot out of me by snipers. So that's kind of how this is working. So once we're done with that and I pick up these last things, then we'll move on with the story. So yes, so the final decision, the evacuation thing.
Yes. Honestly, I didn't really understand it until someone in chat explained it to me exactly what was going on. I was like, why would anyone choose evacuation? It seems dumb. And then he said, well, they're going to a different world. And I said, well, click on that one. To me, it was very simple because the whole everything that they set it up with the rewinding time. I've always also been just in my own belief sphere. It's that you don't have regrets. What happens, happens, and you have to just roll with that and go forward. Yeah. I'm not much on looking back, and that's all that was just a straight, like, it wasn't any, there was no way to set it up to be different. It was just, we're going to go back in time and hope something different happens, and that's the definition of insanity, is doing the same thing more than once and expecting different results. So
well, exactly, because it's so random. That's assuming such a completely random setup that you'd almost be like, you know, why would it be that random? As opposed to the same problems, the same issues that popped up before are the same things that are going to pop up again. So why then would you believe anything different? You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, it was between that or let's go to a different place, knowing what we know now, knowing how important it is to work things, peace, all that lovely goodness. You know, knowing what you learned from the Calamity, which was, you know, they did learn a lot. To me, that was super simple of a choice once I actually figured out what the hell they were talking about.
I felt like the whole game was sort of not mitigating. It was moving in that direction. Like the whole game was sort of moving in the direction of not necessarily regretting. That's locked, isn't it? of not regretting what you do and sort of having respect for the new timeline that you're in. If they had said we can go back and you'll be able to remember like what it is that you did, and so you can learn from your history, that's one thing. But you know, you're not going to be able to remember, right? So at that point, why bother? Like why, you know, why do the same thing? You know?
I guess so that a bunch of people would be alive again, but it would just turn around to. It may delay how it happened or whatnot, but there's no guarantee. For all you know, it could speed it up, and you could be even less prepared, and less people survive.
Yep, exactly.
So, yep, I thought it was a pretty simple. The calamity happened, people survived, things have moved on. Let's get out of this broken world, go to a different one, and not make that same mistake again.
What I like too is the fact that that the narrator, who, despite your concern, did not turn out to sort of come back at you and be like, "See, I was the bad guy."
I was really expecting it. I think video games have just kind of geared me to that a little bit too much at this point. I was like, he's gonna turn, right? Doesn't help that he has a big, deep voice and he seems to know everything already. It's just like, really?
Like, I knew it. But it's true, and it's like I think, but that guy seems surprised at the choice because obviously he would have expected vengeance, you know, or something, or would have expected just to go ahead with it. He said he hadn't even thought about what would happen if you said no. Yeah. And I wish there was a thing like you get in the Telltale games, like, you know, Walking Dead or The Wolf Among Us, about how many people chose to, you know, to what's the other one besides evacuation? Like, what's the term that they use? I don't remember what the term is for the other one, but like restoration, is it restoration?
Yeah, I think it's restoration.
Restoration. So how many people chose that? You know, it'll be interesting to see, because to me, once I thought about it, I felt like the whole game. And another reason I liked it is too, the story matters for that reason. Like, you know, if you're paying attention to the story, it makes the choice, at least for me, it made the choice feel satisfying because I felt like it was connected to what the ending was that I chose, you know?
Must be feeling pretty good about yourself, Batman. I mean, you took down all the towers, which means you foiled my
Sit the
plan.
sissy, Thor. What's up, man?
I already have all the
But yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing through that again on cast. I don't know when. I moved on to Tomb Raider after I got tired of
put an end to this.
Yes, I saw that, Tomb Raider.
It was a valiant attempt, though.
It was the popular choice among games I already had downloaded.
Impact.
Popular from chat. Chat was happy to have you do Tomb Raider.
Yes.
I see.
Now you haven't played through that yet, have you?
No.
Of course you haven't.
No, I have not. So once
it's gonna be
again,
even worse for you too, because I'm basically looking for that and Bastion, which, you know, I'm sure you'll be able to watch Bastion on all happy fun times. But it's those two games are what are gonna tie me over to over to the lovely
consoles.
Assassin's Creed 4.
Oh, Assassin's Creed 4. Right, and you're planning on playing the new game plus, right, for what do you call it, for Bastion, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I will be playing New Game Plus at some point. Definitely working on good old Tomb Raider though, for next bit.
Yeah, very cool. No, I'm looking forward to giving that a shot. Yeah, Gil. Now, see, that's a legitimate criticism. I don't agree necessarily. I think that having her in there, it was sort of interesting to put a voice to the name. But I think what you're saying is legitimate. The clunky combat, I don't see that. But I do agree that I can understand feeling like you wanted it to be more. You know, you were tied in with the narrator and the narrative voice. I think it was actually Super Diaper in your chat that said that he didn't like the narrator, and I'm kind of like,
yeah, he didn't like the narrator
like
voice. Super doesn't like a whole lot of things,
which he admitted. I mean, it's fine, you can like what you like, but I was just kind of like, how does that even happen? Like, the narrator was like incredible. Like, I don't even, you know. Yeah,
I like the narrator. For me, her talking at the end was about perfect, because it was at that point, because he given you your story. He had even, like, on the last world, the entire time the narrator is talking, he's talking to Zia and explaining what he thinks is happening rather than what you're actually doing. And he was talking about, like, oh, at this point I think he's giving Zulf a good thrashing. He says, as I'm carrying him and trying to defend him against people shooting at the both of us. It's like, okay. For me, whenever it got down to the final thing there, and he's telling you about how you should be picking restoration, how you should be doing that, and then eventually he said that he didn't even think about that. I think he kind of needed a different voice at that moment to be explaining how things could be. And it's much like the line you cited earlier, where she said that, you know, for the only thing she's ever really known or that she's ever
Where is
liked or
Bert?
whatever
Should he not be
happened
here
after the
helping?
calamity happened.
This is a critical
I think that
time.
needed to be said by
Bane
someone
gave you
other
other
than
orders.
Rux.
Concern yourself only with the orders Bane has
I liked it.
given you.
I was all
Very
for it.
well.
Yeah.
I only
No, it was interesting to kind of
many
see.
more volunteers
Move out of the way,
for
guy.
trials.
I
Hey, what's
cannot
up, Fisk?
say. On the list?
I am third in line.
Why are you
Good
standing
luck to
there?
you, mi hermano. Hopefully the formula will be perfected by the time it comes to you.
My life is Bane's to command.
Oh man,
It will
hold
be
on,
an honor
sorry.
to lay it down for his cause.
Extensive
And I
discussion
pray
of
you do
things.
not freeze before you get your chance.
Why is this
Damn
guy
the
here?
city.
Damn the city. There you go. There you go. Now you're moving away. See? Silence, sniper. But yeah. So I felt like it was good to make that distinction. But I do understand that the narrator, he's such a force there that it's kind of like. It's hard to kind of get away from him as a center of gravity in the game. But I think if he had been like, well, I'm not going to talk anymore. Now it's time for, and if he had like vanished and had been replaced by her, that would have kind of ticked me off. But having both of them there, I don't know. I thought that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think I really liked how it kind of created the moment there, because the entire time he's talking about like explaining how things happened in the past, like he's telling someone a story, and then all of a sudden it gets to a point where he breaks that cadence and he's talking about how he's reacting to the little items that you're showing him and stuff. And it's very much more conversational rather than like he's telling a story.
Yep.
And that's the point where they had Zia talk. Because every other time he talked to Zia, he just was saying like how the conversation went with them.
Exactly. All of a sudden, he's like, now let's tell stories. There was almost something very moving about it for me. That at the end, what he's left doing is sort of like, because you get the impression he feels like there's not going to be anything left for me because I'm not going to remember any of this, so I might as well just tell stories, So, sorry, battle.
He thinks
Damn it. Ah, come on.
You don't live with my shame.
I think he just said you don't live in my shame, which is true. I don't.
Signal I saw was
Can't
coming
deny
from
it.
somewhere
I don't
down
live in
that
your shame,
tunnel.
bro. I'm not doing the Bane tracking thing. I'm picking up stuff. I just did this so you guys would stop shooting me from all angles of the map. So, I'll be back. I'll be back. No, I don't agree, Thorg.
Yeah, I disagree. I love the combat in that game.
I thought the combat was good, and I thought that the narration being a gimmick. To me, that's kind of like saying that like Batman's gadgets are a gimmick. Like they're sort of integral to what he is. So I don't know. But that's fine, different strokes and all that.
Yeah.
I'll be back. That does not work. Oh, it's one of these deals. Boy, the Batman games really do love this. Like, it's the jumping back off each wall thing. All right, here we go. So we go this way. Too low. Oh. Well, while I'm at it, I'll take that out. All right. Now let's go all the way up here. What? Oh. Oh my god, really? Oh, so close. Alright, I got you. I got you, game. I follow. Too low for the show. Yep. Well, I went over to that roof, and all of a sudden I'm standing on top of the pressure point. I'm like, why is it giving me a countdown? I'm like, oh, because that's the first one I'm supposed to trigger. Gotcha.
It all makes sense
It
now.
all makes sense now. Alright. This time I'll see if I can do it right. Ah, too low. I screwed that up.
Looked like it marked.
The first one marked, but the second one I didn't get right. It's alright. I shall do it eventually. So go this way. There you go. Actually, what I was doing before was I was tapping space instead of holding it. So that's why that was happening.
There you are.
Alright. I got another data pack somewhere. Where? Not there. There. Oh, there we go. So, oh, look at that. I see you from over here. Although I bet that's not the same one, but whatever. Hello, Governor. How they're going, in what sense, Marshall? You mean because you're not a big fan of these ones? I mean, I feel like they're going to do, I mean, they're definitely going to come up with... Rocksteady is supposedly working on, you know, the actual 4th game. And I suspect that Rocksteady knows that it needs to innovate. You know, I think they know they need to bring something different to the table this time around. Because I've said many times, I like this game quite a bit, but I think they can't do this game again. I think that, like, and I know that this one is obviously WB Montreal, but I mean, whoever does the next one cannot do this particular thing again. They're going to have to do something different, which is fine. You know, they perfect it. There's a concept in classical music that you have perfecters, and then you have innovators, right? So you have people who refine things. For example, Johann Sebastian Bach refined classical music to that time about as far as it could potentially go. And then you had people like Beethoven, who innovated to such a degree and kind of brought people to the next level. So, you know, I think this is a game that's sort of, you know, these are sets of games now that are kind of perfecting. They're not the innovation that Asylum or City were, but I think this is kind of perfecting the model, and now the next thing is going to be, you know, trying to come up with something new and innovating from there. So, Arkham Superman, yeah. Only Kryptonite can stop me. I still want to see, have you heard in on my theory that Aquaman is actually going to be Batman Undersea? It's going to be like, you know, swear to me, lobster, swear to me. And people were saying that, like, the clownfish would be his main enemy and stuff like that. It's just like,
oh, goodness.
And he has this horrible, like, thing that, like, his father, like, Neptune was shot and stuff. And it's like this whole tortured past. He's like, he's like, his secret identity is he's like a fishing magnet, you know?
His mother and father were caught in a net.
Yeah. Oh, God. All of a sudden, Aquaman is awesome. Where is this damn thing?
Went off to train in the League of Shallows.
Very good. The League of Shallows. With Razor Coral.
Nice.
Oh, man. Where? Game, show me this pack. Show me this pack. Right, it's like right in front of me, somehow. Is there like a lower level? Maybe? Oh, God damn it. I hope there's not... You never learn to mind your swimming? Right, so Batman has that amazing scene, Batman Begins has this amazing scene on the lake, but in Aquaman it's the same thing except he's below the lake. And it's like going on at the same time, so he actually throws him above the ice, and for a brief second he and Batman exchange glances. They're like, what? And then their stories diverge again. Yeah, I'm thinking it must be Under Me Law, yeah, I'm guessing. What I'm worried about is that it's Under Me, and I have to get there through the Bane area, which I don't want to do yet, because that's advancing the story. So I'll try picking up these others. I really did not intend to 100% this. I have no idea why all of a sudden I'm all hot and bothered about, you know, 100%ing these things, but... They're just so fun to pick up. I don't know. Alright. I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to stop you from drowning. Exactly. Oh, man. He's like giving him the whole speech about how, have you finally learned to do what is necessary? And as he's on like a Greenpeace boat. He's trying to decide if he wants to like ram a whaler. He's like, have you finally learned? Right, explosive gel, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. Like a screw snow.
What? I don't understand. Oh, so I have to start it from this end, huh? Okay. Oh, nice. Or I just have to wait for that last one. That was... I thought that was going to be a lot more difficult.
I've done that before. It made those a lot more complicated than they needed to be.
That is always what I do. Like, I think most people know that my usual problem if I run into an issue is when I overthink something and I'm like, oh, you know, I must have to do this, carry the one, do this complicated thing. It's like, no, you just had to, like punch through the screen and you would get it. Like, oh, okay.
It must want me to throw myself into a pretzel while I play the game. It makes so much sense.
It's certainly logical. That's the way it was in my day.
Everyone is in hiding. Then what do you suggest?
What?
What they asked.
Someone from my old school. No.
Hmm.
Hold on, I've got to read this. Apparently, one of the old. I went to a Catholic high school, and we have they were called brothers, which are how would you describe this? They're not priests, but they are people that have devoted their lives to the church and like but in a non-priestly role. So it's kind of like the brothers specifically are educators. That's their big thing. Apparently, someone got caught, and they live on campus in their own little like area off the edge of the school.
Okay.
Apparently, someone was looking up porn, and I had him as my math teacher at one point upon a time.
Now everything he told you was a lie.
I'm reading it now. I'm hoping it's like he found the person. But yeah.
I would think it would show you that, like, thus proving that there's a reason that porn should exist or something. I thought that was the takeaway.
You must be cunning. You must be a hunter.
So basically, they found.
Well. It's not at all the area that I was looking for.
So basically, they found porn on his computer because a student used his computer. I think without asking. Came across some porn, and now he's in trouble. Damn it!
After what Bane did, if he tries, there will be no one to save him this time. The boss, he acts strangely these days. Even Bird is worried. All his life has been in service to this moment.
Take this guy down. Imagine it's on the Bat computer.
Think
I
about
feel like the Batman has no time for porn. I don't know.
Oh,
I feel like his whole life is dedicated to other things.
I think he's got a strong right wrist.
I don't know, man. Did you see some of the people that he's been involved with? The person in what do you call it?
Stop and think about this
latest
for a minute.
movie.
He spends his entire day sitting in the Batcave waiting for night to happen so he can go out and punch people in the face. And you don't think he's ever looked up porn?
I mean, it's just sort of
He has
follow.
a giant screen in an underground cave that no one's gonna possibly stumble on. And
What?
you don't think
That
he's
is not true, sir. Because Alfred.
like Alfred hasn't seen him masturbate.
What?
He's been.
What's up, Vape? What's up, Arctic? Hello. What's up, Seth?
Alfred has been around that kid his entire life, and he has at least gone through puberty.
No, that's like your dad. No, what? No, Alfred.
I guarantee.
Alfred.
You're trying to protect your little child. Come on.
No,
He raised
it's
him.
just it's like
I'm not saying like he did it was like yes, but like he hasn't walked in the wrong room.
Yes.
Seriously, no.
I don't know, man. I feel like that would make all the conversations with Alfred a lot more awkward. Like every conversation ever. Like when Alfred's like, "Sir, I made a promise to your parents," like the subtext, "Never to let you do what I saw you doing that one time again." Like, you know.
Oh yeah, so Tobo, I mean his voyeur pictures on his phone has got to be like crazy. Oh, he doesn't even need a phone. He's got like bat goggles or whatever, bat porn taker picture thing. 5,000. It's got like 15 of them.
Well, presumably the porn that he would watch would be very dark porn, right? Like with a dark subtext, you know. Vape. Hey, Parker, what's up? Some people just want to see the world. Well, sir, some people just want to see the world have sex. Exactly. You see how ludicrous that sounds? It's Alfred, man. It's like, I don't know, man. I feel like Alfred, even if he saw it, I feel like he would have the good sense never to let Bruce know that he had. You know, I feel like it just wouldn't come up. You know?
Oh, come on, he was bringing him breakfast.
Breakfast?
You know this happens.
That my butler brings me breakfast while
I guarantee at some point, if you think about this, at some point, because he's a young man on his own, has no parents. It happened. It's gotta. Think about that. Where would Bruce Wayne have gone for the talk with?
Well,
you think
he went to Alfred?
Come on. Where else would he have gone?
So are you saying that Alfred is the one who told him about porn?
It has to have been.
Well, Master Bruce, there is this.
There are these wonderful sites with free streaming content I can show you.
All right, wait. I got some updates on some new stuff. Let me check out some of these things. First of all, I got a new extortion tape for the Penguin.
Yeah, that you? Yeah, it's me. What is it? I got, information. Your boss.
This game is almost as good as Red.
Crime. What scene? Lacey Towers. He didn't do it. Oh, no? Should I repeat myself? We got him at the scene. Understand? Direct evidence of murder. Cobblepot ain't gonna be able to slip this one. Brandon says we're gonna have to bring him in. I told you, he didn't do it. That don't matter. All that matters is the evidence. Now, if that evidence should happen to disappear... Ah, I see. Well, it is Christmas. And with Loeb gone, I gotta look out for my future. All right. It'll be in the usual place. Just don't wait too long. Wouldn't want your cash to get soggy in all this snow. And make sure Brandon gets his cut. I don't want that son of a bitch coming back at me. Hey, always glad to help.
Charming. Okay, and then there's one more for Loeb.
Gordon. He's so clean. I sometimes think he does it just to lord his integrity over the rest of us.
Easy, Gillian.
I'm telling you, Roman. It's time we took Gordon off the payroll. Permanently.
That's enough, Gil. A cop like Gordon is good PR for the PD. We get him under control, and he could be even more useful to us.
Control? It will be easier to send my men to beat some sense into him.
Like Detective Flass? That approach has already failed. Find a way to put a collar on the man, and it'll be that much easier to tighten the leash.
And how do I do that?
Not my problem, Gillian. That's what I pay you for. Gordon is a man of principles. Work on those.
Wow. Loeb really is a punk. Oh, we got a Cyrus Pinckney. The hell? Architect who lived during the mid-1800s and died on the eve of his 40th birthday. He's responsible for designing many iconic Gotham buildings and saw them constructed with the financial backing of Judge Solomon Wayne, who was inspired when he saw Pinckney's plans for the city. Both men believed in the power of these designs to drive out malevolence, but many consider Pinckney's style to be dark, dreary, and grotesque. Now, was Solomon Wayne Bruce's grandfather?
January the 11th,
Ooh.
1855. I've accepted the invitation, knowing it means my death. Henry Cobblepot claims it's merely a party to celebrate my 40th birthday.
Cool.
He insists that he's forgiven my past transgressions, turned over a new leaf, as it were. But I know better. With me gone, he will use his wily charms to see the law changed and his factory built. Already there are rumors that his son, Theodore, intends to run for mayor. Victory is all but assured. I will hide this journal of mine in the hopes that someday it might be found. To go public now, before my work is done, would put it all at risk. It must wait. But I hope in time, my words are brought to light.
So we're gonna have Arkham pre-Origins. This is all setting up for the link between WB, Rocksteady, and Ubisoft when they make Batman's Creed. Batman goes into the Animus and like Fights Penguin's great-grandfather, and... Hey, what's up, Spleen?
Oh, goodness. Yeah, why are you and Foom both casting this game? Bastards.
I know, man.
Bastards.
Okay, so there's one thing over on this side that I have to get to. And that one inside that building, which worries me a little bit.
Question for you. What do you have your 770s hooked up to?
Batman punches Desmond in the face. Exactly, Set. Which he should do. You mean my 7... Oh, my 770s. I was like, I have a 760. You're like, oh, my headphones.
Yeah, your headphones. Sorry.
They are... It's just plugged into the headphone jack in my computer, actually.
On the back jack?
No, I have mine on the front.
Oh.
But that just may be my particular computer design, though. It just depends. I think I do have a back jack also.
Well, that's what I have as well. But I've been running into static on a couple games. There's been a couple games that I have to like turn down fairly low because they're loud as hell.
Coming onto the headphones? Well, also you have the powered one, and I'm not as familiar with that, so it may have something to do with that. I mean...
No, mine aren't powered.
Oh, I thought they were. You didn't. You ended up not getting that.
No, yeah. The thing that I was talking about is that there was a worry from Rob that I might have to get like an amp or something to make them work a bit better.
I see. Okay.
If it crosses a lot of other cables, create stack. It does. It crosses the. It has to cross the fan cables that hook up into my fan controller, so that's probably what it is.
That's a good thought, Seth.
Thank you, sir. I'll have to look at that tomorrow.
From a business perspective, construction of the rail yard was one of Henry Cobblepot's smartest projects. Nearly all goods flowing into or out of Gotham by sea went through the yard. Control of the yard was one of the main reasons for Cobblepot's economic success. Cyrus resisted this project in favor of other more artistic and civic structures, but Cobblepot insisted that as the industrial heart of Gotham, the rail yard was of supreme importance. He refused his financial backing of other projects until Cyrus and Solomon finally agreed to his terms. The rail yard still sees plenty of port traffic, but accusations of corruption abound, and most consider the yard a dangerous place frequented by gangsters and other unsavory elements. The yard was recently purchased by Ameritech, a global shipping and logistics firm, which no doubt is incredibly corrupt. I just added that part. Wonder Tower. Our corporate overlords build temples to their gods. Oh, wait, this is the anarchy voice. Hold on. Our corporate overlords build temples to their gods, the gods of greed, oppression, and opulence. Wonder Tower is the ultimate representation of capitalist arrogance, a monument to the disparity between the bourgeois and the proletariat. Wonder City is a fiction meant to give false hope to the masses that their lives in the future will be prosperous, but history shows the opposite, that we continue to fall behind while the power elite grows stronger. We will wipe this fantasy from the face of Gotham. Hashtag nobody cares. God. Higher, please. When they don't want to... He's not like Mickey. Exactly, Thorg. We are the 99%. Now hand me my iPad. When they don't want to do their deals in the light of day, the power brokers of Gotham come here. When they want to perform acts they wouldn't perform in front of their families, they visit the Carmine. The rats and roaches are witnesses to all manner of sick crimes, not to mention the backroom deals that have parceled up this city to corrupt officials and crime lords. Now that we know where to find them, we will hide, we will wait, and we will listen. And then we will throw back the curtains and shine the light on their sordid business and expose them to our rage. Now, I just have to find a place to park my Mercedes, and I'll talk about it again.
That was one of the biggest head trips I ever had while I worked at Walmart, was someone came in on food stamps and set it up, you know, asked us to purchase a couple of things and a couple of lawn crap, because that was the department I worked in. So I had to load a little bit of mulch into the trunk of a Mercedes-Benz.
Good grief.
To people that bought their mulch on food stamps.
Yeah, that's
High five economy.
Yeah, exactly. Something bizarre. There was actually a person who... Now, this person is a scammer, and I want to distinguish this from... Before we get any further on this, and I know you already agree with this, but I just want to make clear, food stamps are often the only thing keeping people from actually starving completely. So, I mean, food stamps, for the most part, there is very, very little fraud in the food stamp system. There's some, but little. That said, though, so I want to make that caveat before I tell this story. So the story is that when I was working at Electronics Boutique, there was this person who came in once. This is when I was in the one in Connecticut. And there's this person who came in once saying that they wanted to work with, that they had brought in, like, they brought in this thing, like they wanted to trade in, or return, I guess, a PlayStation. And I want to say it was a PlayStation, maybe PlayStation 1, because this was 1996, I think, 95 or 96.
Yeah.
So they wanted to return this PlayStation, and they didn't have a receipt. Hold on. Let me go save this hobo, so he'll shut the hell up. What's going on, hobo? What's up? Why are you terrified, hobo? What? Oh my god. Hold on. Big fight.
Hobo, lie.
God damn it, my favorites. Sorry, gotta completely concentrate on this fight, which is my least favorite kind of fight.
No, that's no problem. I like that with the stun guys. Well, my
Shock gloves. Shock glove time.
least favorite would easily be Bane fights in the first damn Batman game, but here we go. Said that bitch about that a bit too much on Twitch.
Oh god. Mouse, mouse, mouse. I hate my rechargeable batteries. I want to go on record as saying I hate them. I hate everything about them. I despise them with the white-hot intensity of 1,000 suns. Give me a second.
Oh, the battery's on your mouse?
Yes. Because I have wireless mouse and... so freaking
yeah, that's why I don't do wireless on those things.
It's fine. I just need batteries. Anyway, let me finish up this fight, and then I'll go back to the story. Hi, guys. Did you miss me? Whew!
I'm out of here.
Wow.
There you go.
That was, I don't know why you saved me, because I didn't know that, because you wouldn't shut up and I was trying to tell a story. That's why I saved you. Man. Anyway. So, where was I? Ninja's my favorite, exactly. Yeah, well, it's not the mouse, guys. It's that my batteries keep dying in the mouse. It's just these recyclable batteries. They just suck. Is basically what it comes down to. So anyway, so I was working at Electronics Boutique. This person comes back and tries to return a PlayStation 1. There's no receipt. It's very obvious that it was not in great shape. It was very obvious they hadn't bought it. Like, oh, I just bought it a week ago. I'm like, bought it a week ago and then, you know, ran your car over it a few times. Like, you know, please. So the guy gets really, really angry because we won't return it to him because he wants it in cash. So it was like $250. Like, no, we're not doing that. First of all, even if we did allow you to return it, which we're not going to, we'd be returning it, it would be a store check when it goes over a certain level. So he gets incredibly pissed off, and he actually says, you know, I need to buy my kid baby formula, and you're not going to make that possible because of this. I'm like, so you bought a PlayStation a week ago, and now you don't have any money for baby formula. You are either a piece of crap because you're lying, or you're a piece of crap because of what you just said is true. Like, so I didn't say the piece of crap part, but everything else. I was like, so then he tries, and I called ahead because there was a store not that far away, and he tried the exact same story. So this time we called mall security, and we're like, you know what? Let them deal with it. And it turned out the guy actually had an outstanding, not an outstanding warrant, but basically he was a person of interest in other similar scams that he'd tried to pull at other stores. I'm like, you know, it takes a special kind of bastard, a special kind of punk, to talk about needing to buy baby formula and just making that nonsense up. Like, it just, ridiculous. Grows, what's up, man?
That is a special kind of asshat, yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just unbelievable. How are you, Grows? How you been, man?
Although, thank God it wasn't true. Some kid had to deal with that for parents.
I mean, yeah, I would assume, But I mean, maybe there's what I'm worried about is that it was rooted in part truth. You know what I mean? Like maybe there's a little truth to it or something.
Ugh.
I would like to think not, but you know. All right. Got to deal with this gentleman.
All right, my good man. I think I'm going to go ahead and let you go, though. I've got some work I need to get done this evening.
Sounds good. Thank you for joining in with the fun, man. It's a good time.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me on. Always good to talk a game, especially after you finish it.
Exactly. And everyone have... oh, that guy's going to see me any second. Oh, he didn't. Yay. How did you not see me? You are the worst sniper ever. Everyone make sure to follow Inaminatus, by the way, if you haven't already. Inam's a good guy. He and I tend to agree on a lot of things relating to games. And both enjoy a lot of the same things. And so if you like what I do, you will like what he does, and probably vice versa. So definitely check out his stream. He's doing Tomb Raider right now, and he's also part of the Baldur's Gate crew, Infinity and Beyond crew. And we're actually going to be playing that, I think, tomorrow night. So... you will probably see Baldur's Gate 2 hype happening tomorrow.
That is the thing I'm about to go work on. Rick's online, so I'm going to go bug him and say, hey, Baldur's Gate, are we doing that?
Yeah, and see if you can get him to do it before, like, 11 in the evening, if we can.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So,
we'll
all right,
see.
man.
Thank you, Ramir.
But, yeah, thank you very much, dude. And definitely follow him. He's a good guy.
All right, take care, man.
See you, man. Oh, subject obscured. Down with Barbie, up with RPGs, yeah. Let me actually close out my Skype so that I don't get distracted with that. Alright, Skype. Please quit. Are you sure you want to quit? You won't be able to send or receive instant messages and calls if you do. I love it's like it says, are you sure you want to quit Skype? Because if you quit Skype, you won't be able to use Skype. Like, I do know that. Yeah, the problem is just, Thorg, I'm kind of tired. Like, I've been trying to catch up on some stuff, and I feel like it's a lot better energy when we get started a little earlier and then finish a little bit earlier. You know, I mean, still playing a good long time, but I don't want any more of these 6 in the morning deals is basically the issue, so I don't know. The do not disturb. Yeah, I mean, Inam does that all the time. The problem I find then is that I forget to take it off, and then people are like, why can't I get in contact with you? I'm like, I don't know. Why can't... It's a good question. Why can't I get in contact with you? What the heck? Profiles? No, it's not profiles. Gotham Intel. There we go. Ace Chemicals. Yeah, Thork. Let's not speed up that process, shall we? All right, anarchy time. They tell us that their products are safe. Who knows? Maybe it's true. Maybe the poison they use to kill insects that feed on our fruits and vegetables does not affect mammalian life. But then, what about our bees? They're dying off in record numbers. There are places in the world where insect pollination no longer happens, where people have to pollinate each flower by hand. This corporation is reaping short-term profits at the expense of the people being able to eat an apple or an orange in the future. And this is not news, this is known. Known and ignored by their well-bribed government officials and their quack scientist slaves. If they maintain that the product is safe, then I say we feed it to them. I'm Anarchy, and this is what I think. Yay, Rick is confirmed. Awesome. For around what time did he say, that he's confirmed? Aha, I know what that is. For 9 Central, which is 10... Okay, alright. So that's 10 o'clock. Alright. No, no, no. There we go. Zip line it up. Yeah. All right. Alright, sounds like a plan. Thank you for following up with him, then. Oh, I know what that's all about. Blue grenade. And a cryptographic sequencer. Okay, sounds good, Law. And also, hi, Ramir, by the way. Does he have Halo 4 this time? Yeah, at some point. I don't think I have this, but I don't think I have a new suit up yet, Marshall, so I'd have to do it at some point. Oh, you were at the Fantasy Flight Game Center today, having their Worlds Weekend. That's awesome. Thorg, I don't think I knew that you lived near, Minnesota. Does Foom know that? Because Foom lives, he didn't realize this, but he actually lives right near the center. Whoops. Trickery. There you go. Oh, is that what it is, Kais? Okay. Excuse me. I feel like I may be coming down to something. I hope not. Because I feel like I'm getting close enough that if I can just pick up the rest of these, I'll have all of these done. And then it just leaves Firefly, which I should probably do after this, and then the Bane story, so... Alright. Aha! I did reach that objective marker. That's right, game. Well, there's a section in the Bat Cave where you can change it. I know that for a fact. So... Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. I gotta pay more attention to those lights. Okay, so this one. And then... that one. Yay! Huzzah! Nice. Okay. Now this one. There we go. Oh, really? Okay. So it's amazing. I mean, I guess because they don't know what order you're going to do them in, but some of them are just so easy. like some of them are so much easier than others. Sorry not being around, been rereading The Assistant. Oh, that's okay, man. What is The Assistant, Ramir? I know. The puzzles destroys one's brain. Oh. Okay. Alright, let's get that explosive gel on there. Oh god, really? Batman, really? Okay. This guy's like, what's going on? Nothing's going on that you need to worry your little head about. I wish there's a way to do a silent air attack. Oh god. Hi. That's kind of funny. Urban legend my ass. I'm not an urban legend. Swear to my urban legend. All right. Now that one. Aha. All right. And now this one. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that you had to change, that you had to be in the Batcave to change your suit. I knew about that.
Attention all units, we need everyone on assignment. No 10-10 until further notice.
Oh. Hey, what's up, Top? Oh, that's cool, Ramir. So you like it? All right. 2 more.
Over here! Over here!
Crap.
On me! I got him!
I don't understand how these guys got, how he got on me that fast. Uh-oh. Those guys might be able to see me. They just might, Rabbit. Capable predator. Bad. Yeah. That's cool. Hello, Governor.
I see.
There we go. What's up, love? This chat is too sobering for me. Do you mean you've been having an enjoyable night, love, and this is bringing you down? Too much depressing Batman. Okay. One more over there. That's spectacular. Wow, welcome back, Law. This time in red instead of blue. That's spectacular typing for how drunk I am. Jeez. Alright, well, I hope you're having a good time, love. I hope everything went okay. I hope that you were safe and used care.
Help me kill him! You wanna die?
I've been running right into these snipers all night. Not been doing a good job with that. Which is why I've gotten a bunch of grade Ds, which is, for the record, not impressive. Hey, what's up, Ben? Ramir. And not asleep in a pleasant way. Not asleep in a way that you're like, oh, you know. There was some good... it was actually not last night, but Tuesday. But there's some good stuff. Gotta go. Ooh, the security network. I can return to his headquarters. I didn't know it was just the levels. I thought that it was also the packs that I had to do. Let's see. Special combo disarm and destroy. That would be nice to get rid of the damn guns. Okay. Let's see. So, Invisible Predator upgrades. I believe what I wanted to do for this, if I'm not mistaken, is I wanted to do... Yeah, I wanted to do this, the frequency detonator. Mostly so I can get that heat signature concealment thing. Okay. That's the one I'm going to want. That one right there. Hey, it's Brown. Hey, Splatter. What's up, man? Okay, so I got the Enigma HQ to do. So, let me see. So I gotta go back here. I gotta take care of the Firefly thing, and I gotta go back to the Enigma headquarters. Before I do that, I want to try to pick this one up. So, Kais, can you tell me, I think because it was you who mentioned it, are you able to tell me, or Ben? Time flies like an arrow. Yep. Can you guys tell me, is this inside the building? Or is it I just was missing it before? Because I'd like to finish that area, go down here and pick this stuff up, basically, and then go down here and take care of the Enigma thing, and then go over and do the Firefly thing, and that will just leave Bane. This thing right here. This Enigma data pack. It's the last it's the last one that's visible on my map from out here. Let me go back over this way. That's what I thought too, Kais. Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know how I got into doing these, actually, Ben. It just kind of happened. Damn it, still too many snipers. Alright. Alright, it's no problem. I will deal. Get rid of that dude, too. Ah, so satisfying to get rid of those damn snipers. Okay. Now. That guy's way over there, so that's fine. Alright. So. Should be right over here. feel like I'm like right on. So it's got to be below. It's got to be lower. Maybe in that alleyway. It might be in this alley. It might be back here, actually. Or then again, it might not. Man. I wish it would show up on your map like the way the relay stations do. It's like right... It's right there. So it's got to be down below me somewhere. Yeah, I was thinking it was a vent 2, but I don't know how to get into the vent is the problem. Yeah. I'm happy to have, as long as you guys aren't telling me straight out, like, oh, do it this way. If you're giving suggestions, like, oh, why don't you think about this, or why don't you try this, that's fine. I'm always, you know, that I'm always happy to take. Excuse me. I feel almost certain it's got to be inside this building somehow. See, like, why is that gate... Yeah, I understand. It's gotta be down here someplace, like... It's, yeah, it's for extortion file 2. It's right near the Bane tracker thing. Right, that's right. I already got the one that was you fly back and forth from walls. Well, there was one that I did before like that, Ben, but I don't see where the pressure plates are, though. Because those pressure plates across the way are already activated. Those are the ones I did when I did the wall thing. Let's see. It's in Park Row. It's in the Park Row section. Top northwest corner. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up these ones down here, basically, and then I'm gonna go to do the Enigma headquarters thing, and then do Firefly, and then depending on where the time looks like, I may do Bane or I may save that for the next time. So I'd like to clear that out of the way. But it's like right here somewhere. I thought it might be down below, but like I don't know how you would even get down below. Like that's too far away. Yeah, I can try to get on top. Sirius is taking a little bit of a break. He's going to be joining us for Baldur's Gate tomorrow. So he'll be on Baldur's Gate 2 with us. But he was basically getting... he just had all the schoolwork and stuff that he had to get done, so he needed to take a little bit of a break and pull back a bit. But it is not a permanent thing. This isn't like the first step before he gives up entirely or something. It's nothing like that. So, fear not. So that's about as far on top as I can get. And I'm like right on top of it, it seems like. And see, that pressure pad has already been done. I already did that pressure pad. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. No, see? So I was thinking it was something with these vents too, but I don't know how to get into... Just look around the outside and see if there's a way to get into the vents. I mean, not from up here there isn't, but... The mystery guest was actually on and left already, Ben. It was just Inominatus. That was our special mystery guest. You know what, actually? This area of snow... What is the... Well, so one thing at a time. So this thing is weird. Like, I don't... This pressure plate no longer works anymore because I already got these pressure plates for that other thing. This shack here? Yeah, but it doesn't list it as being breakable. See? I mean, I can try it, maybe. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. No dice. And it would show also if it was a breakable wall. We're looking for this last data pack, Mole. Alright, I'll go stand on the water tower. Alright, so here I am. That pressure pad is already deactivated, as I said. So is that one. And according to the location monitor... I'm like right on top of it. According to the location monitor, it's like right here. Right by the GCR tower. Yeah, there, well, water tower? Because there's a GCA. Or do you mean that? Yes, I am. This one right here, yeah. I am near the GCR tower. It's hard to say one, but you can see it from up top. It is down. It's number 2. It's part of the set of number 2. Okay, so what do you mean it's down? Drop down to the balcony on the west side of the building. This balcony? Location is in Park Row. There's nothing to hack though. I don't know what you mean. All right. All right, I'm on the GCR tower building. And see, it's saying right there. Like, according to where the signal and everything is, it's right there somewhere. West side. I'm not. No. I'm not. Law. I'm not on the GCR tower though. I mean, well, I just went now because you told me to. But I already got that one. I'm looking for one that's towards the bottom of that same building. I feel like it's got to be really low down, but my problem is I don't know where to go that's lower than this. You know, like... So, like, if there was a basement here... Because it should be, like, right here. Somewhere in here. I'm walking around the end of the building with the cryptographic sequencer. What's up with that phone? No, there's nothing in the phone. No, it's just... No. Is that one? No. Really odd. I don't know. I mean, it's not that big a deal. I don't need to... I mean, especially since the Enigma headquarters thing is available, maybe I should just skip it. But it's just annoying. It's like this one little thing that's left. Alright, I went back up. Now I'm on this tier. And it should be, like, right here. Yeah. The neon sign says GCR. Have I tried the front door? I don't even know where the hell the front door is, man. Yeah, I'm only going to give this another minute or two, and then we're going to head off and do something else, because I know this is going to be the least exciting thing of all time to watch. It's one of those irritating things, because it's like... It seems so stupid. Like, I know it's just like some obvious thing that I must be missing. Kind of a shot in the dark, but I'm going around the bottom to see if there's like an entrance down below. Up the super invisible wall. Glide over to the giant R of the... That? Here? But it's not where. No, look at where it is on the map, guys. Oh, wait. You mean glide from the R? Or to the R? I don't know why it would say to the R, because there's nothing over here. I already got these ones that were over in these areas. Are you saying glide from this to there? I mean, there is a lot of snow over here, so... Hey, what's up, Mandalore? At the very north end of Park Row, head to the ground level. There will be a liquor store with a green neon sign as well as a lit-up red tree. That sounds familiar. Yeah, I know. I don't know if this is a liquor store, though. Lit up red tree. At the very north end of Park Row, head to the ground level, there'll be a liquor store. No. Yeah. Alright, I'm not going to spend more time there. I'm not going to waste more time. And in fact, I think I've had enough of the picking up every data back in the free world. Let's go deal with Enigma, shall we? Let's go do some fun things. Let's deal with Enigma and Firefly. Yeah, agreed, folks. Ah.
That's a quick fight. You're a feet. What's this guy's story? The fight with that.
Alright, here we go. The shock gloves. Okay, time to deal with Enigma.
My board is lit up. If you don't have an assignment, please report in.
Oh, it's a new a hit and run, huh? Case file. Really? Oh, man. Alright, well. I'll deal with it later. Time to take down Enigma. I need a shave. I know, right, Parker? Man, it's pretty scary. Oh, okay. Story time.
Well, look at that. You figured it out. I'm impressed. Annoyed, too. But your achievement signals a level of intellect rarely seen in Gotham. It seems you're quite the riddle. Now, don't get too comfortable. You see, I learned something else tonight. The nastiest, dirtiest little secret you can imagine. It puts the rest of my collection to shame. But I'm going to wait to release it, if only because it means I get to watch you squirm as you wonder what on earth it is. I'll be in touch soon.
Looks like he's no longer an imminent threat. I can close this case. For now, at least.
50,000, yes please. I still can't unlock it? Still want to open that damn thing. So I destroyed his server and that's it? I still can't open this thing up? What the heck, man? So... yeah, where is it? So what, I'm just screwed? I just can't get through there? No. Alright. Yeah, I know, right? Alright, well. See, I've done most of Enigma stuff already. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. This may give us some clues. See, that's the one right there. It's in Park Row. We got 1 of 1. There's 0 of 1 in here. I think it may just be inside. I don't know. Exactly, Arctic. Okay, alright. That's fine. Alright, so I got one other one, which is that Burnley hit and run. Okay. What time is it? What time is it, Law? Okay, that's cool. Well, the internet is always correct, so. No, Law was, I think, setting up for a joke, I'm guessing. I still don't understand. I don't. I did disable the Enigma server, so I don't get what's going on with that at all. Oh. It's in Bane's hideout. Yeah, well, I figured it might be something like that. But I'm still trying to figure out why... I don't know. I don't know if I need to get the rest of his stuff. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. Let's go take care of this hit and run deal, and then we're going to go do the Firefly stuff. Clock really ticks me off. I knew we were headed that direction. Very nice, sir. Very nice. You're really getting me wound up with that one. Oh, yeah. Oh, what the devil was that?
A hit and run just outside GCPD. This was no accident.
Let's see what we got.
Victim is Nate Ramo, a member of the SWAT division. His whole team is currently under investigation by Internal Affairs. I wonder what he was doing here. Looks like he was thrown a considerable distance by the vehicle. I can use the spatter distribution to determine the point of initial impact.
Like there, for instance.
This is where Ramo was killed. DNA evidence indicates the car was traveling at a high rate of speed, but the angle of spatter shows the driver lost control and the car was weaving. I should review the crime scene, see if anything else was hit.
Ah, something else was hit. Around this way.
Attention Gotham citizens. Emergency protocols are in. Streets have been closed and citizens are requested
There we go.
Chemical analysis indicates a specific brand of paint that narrows down the make and model of the car, and cross-referencing these specs with a list of his team members returns a single name, John DeMarco. Time to pay him a visit.
You bastard, John DeMarco. Oh, I can hear him right now. In case anyone was thinking of shooting me, that will not happen anymore. Hi, guys. And good night, John DeMarco. He just falls to the ground.
Why did you
Sounds
do
good,
it,
Law.
DeMarco? Why did you kill Ramo?
I indeed didn't have enough to make the charges stick, but the kid got scared, made a deal and decided to talk. Traitor.
You'd have been out of jail in a few years on the drug charges, but now, murder means life.
Murder means life.
See about that.
With all the evidence I've collected, it won't take long for the jury to convict.
Funny thing
All right,
about
thanks, Top.
evidence, it has a tendency to disappear.
Not on my watch. Alfred, let GCPD know that Ramo's murderer has been captured. I'm also sending you a taped confession. We'll bring down the rest of the team with him.
Alright, so much for that case file. Alright, thanks for following up on that, Top. Alright, let's go deal with Bird. I know, right? It's just like I don't think he has an understanding. He's like, that's a funny thing, Batman. I'm like, funny thing is that you're not kinda getting it, are you?
Attention available units. We got a call of a violent crime. Still waiting on location details.
Right? Here's a better way to put it. How about my boot in your face? How's that sound? Alright, gang fight time.
I need to break up that fight and secure the chemicals.
Time to break up a fight. Boom. Soaring. Oh, multiple takedowns. Haha. That was fun.
My victory is not meant to be.
What?
I am disgraced. You have defeated me.
Oh, this guy. You.
What's in the canister?
A gift for El Jefe. One of many.
Where are the others?
I will say no more.
Brother, we are at the port, but the Duende Cobblepot has sent his men to oppose us. You must come.
I have what I need.
All right. Where are the other canisters going? All right. Let's see what we got. Oh, up here? Okay. So there's another gang fight up there, huh? Alright, well. Might as well head up that way since I have fast travel for everything now. Make it so. By the way, I totally need a plane like this. Okay. He does that in the bat toilet. That's true, actually, Sad. It is a little bit like that, isn't it?
This looks like the spot. Now to find that canister.
Alright, let's find out where this canister is. I have to take all these guys out? Really? Hi, guys. Break it up. Damn it.
Don't let him get away.
Damn it.
Give up.
Damn it. Blade guys.
Their hands will not do it.
Ah! Blade guys.
We're here.
That was unsatisfying.
Hey, Giant Beard, what's up, man? Where's the Batusi DLC? Why can I not move? Why is my keyboard not working? Hold on a second. Keyboard is completely not working.